About the future of Poe Hall, the NC State building linked to dozens of cancer cases. The university is considering significant changes to this building.
That information revealed in a letter sent today to the College of Education faculty and staff. We first broke this development during our noon news and with this alert that you got on your phone at 1:21 p.m. It comes the same week NC State released the second round of PCB testing results done inside the building. WRAL's Sean Gallagher joining us now live at NC State. Sean.
Yeah, Poe Hall has been closed since November, and according to this email, it'll likely be closed until at least this time next year. It's just one of the many new nuggets that the university shared about the issues it's dealing with this building. The email from the College of Education was addressed to faculty and staff. It announced a website for anonymous questions and saying, quote, significant changes are being considered for the building. This just days after the state's second highest court ruled a third-party investigator could test for PCBs in the building.
I feel like they're late to the show.
Christy Lewis is a former grad student who spent time at Poe Hall. She was diagnosed with 2 types of cancer. Lewis has not received this email, but says she plans to submit questions anonymously.
Are you planning on testing the other buildings that were built in that same era?
Questions like this remain unanswered from the brass with NC State. There are also questions about the quality of testing run by the university.
We've done one phase of testing, Keely, so let's not evaluate the thoroughness of the testing until we're done.
5 on Your Side reporter Keely Arthur questioned Chancellor Randy Woodson back in March about the company testing 34 air samples from Poe Hall at 2 separate times. WRAL spoke to professionals who suggest upwards of 1,000 samples would be needed to adequately show the impact of PCBs in the building. NC State has yet to answer those questions, telling us in an email about an hour ago, the results speak for itself.
If they're so interested in having open communication, having everybody working in healthy environments, then why were they keeping the EPA at bay? And why are they fighting litigation to not let independent testers in their doors?
Updates like this have Lewis wondering about how genuine the university is in keeping everyone who has walked through these doors safe.
It's never too late to make the right choice. However, like the cheery disposition and the thoroughness, we're behind this, we're on top of this, is just really upsetting to me because that is not what I have seen. It just looks very disingenuous at this point.
And as for NC State's response that the report speaks for itself, we continue to push for answers about why the company responsible for the air test, Geosyntec, selected 17 specific air tests as the number for both of these tests. And we haven't got an answer. If we do, we'll be sure to bring that to you as soon as possible. Outside Poe Hall, Sean Gallagher, WRAL News.
Since November of last year, WRAL has been investigating the contamination at Poe Hall, speaking with dozens of former students and staff who have developed cancer. They've been asking university officials for answers.
On the 16th of November, NC State notified students, staff, and faculty that PCBs were found in Poe Hall and that the university would be temporarily closing the building. On February 8th, the university released the first report of PCB test results from the consulting firm doing that environmental assessment of Poe Hall.
And then on Monday of this week, NC State released the second round of test results. Air samples showed levels within the EPA standards, although still elevated. And on Wednesday, a court ruled university employees and their representatives should be allowed to do their own testing of that building. You can catch up with each new twist in this timeline on WRAL.com/Poe.